see it. I can see that.
And I appreciate it, even though I was an only child. From my mom's background, she wanted to make sure I understood the value of earning something.
At least you used to be mad. You doing same thing?
My dad?
No, haircut.
Oh, yep, same thing. Sounds like been treating you in general.
Life?
Mm-hmm.
Life been lifing, man.
A little up, a little down, a little in between.
Life be lifing, bro. It's like, yeah, man. I think I had a little disagreement about some things in the house, but it's normal. You can't win. One thing I learned about being in relationships, especially with women, they don't like to be wrong.
Mm.
When they wrong, they be nice. They don't say they wrong.
When I used to do couples counseling, the question I always pose to both partners is, now is the goal to determine who is right, or is the goal to have a happy and healthy relationship? Because if this is, you all want to talk about who's right, this is not the place for it.
Yeah. I think it's always they want to be right. It's never about progress, my man. It's never about progress.
Well, that's why I got out of the couples counseling side of the game. Have all these long conversations and still ended up with who's right.
Yeah. They just want you to tell them I'm right. He's wrong. I don't be.
Well, then always the interesting thing is then how they approach when they actually figure out that they're wrong and try to get past it without admitting it.
Exactly.
It's like, why didn't you tell me? It's like, how should I answer this? How the kids doing?
Kids are good, man. Growing up fast, my guy. It feels like it, even though they're still babies, but it's still nine tails. I guess I don't know what that means, but I don't know how I feel about that.
What was the comment?
No, I said, well, when it comes to kids, man, it's like, just hope you're doing the right thing. And try not to let your own past bad relations come into your parenting. You know, try to be mindful at all times.
It's incredible.
I try to concentrate on that part. You know?
Yeah, because what they learn and what's impressed upon them early follows them their whole life. So I talked with adults that things that their parents or grandparents did that they thought was normal ended up being pretty traumatizing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's facts right there. Yeah.
What's interesting is like people look at us in mental health and they view it as we have some degree of influence literally over life and death. I'm like, no, that's actually more parenting. The delicacy of raising a child is probably one of the most challenging things ever.
Yeah, because every little thing impact.
Yep.
How you talk to them, how you do a lot of things, man. I had a moment, man. I had to go to the principal office for my oldest. And I took the time to be, not to punish, but to understand the magnitude of what's going on. Because he's in kindergarten, you know? So it's not about me being hard on him. It's about, he already hard now about me walking into the principal office. He was an embarrassment. Like, yo. So I already know he understands. So let's see if we can.
Appreciate the choice and making different choices.
Yeah, I said they gotta make better choices, my guy. Well, you won't be coming back here no more.
Yeah, that's such a very important skill is that patience at whatever age they're at to be able to explain it at a level they can understand.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people have that patience.
I think it's just me, I'm more it's not even patience. Sometimes you just don't know how to explain it even when you have patience. Because you're doesn't mean you're good at teaching. You're good at loving or caring for the child, you know?
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you're good at teaching your child. Everybody's not good at teaching.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter. You could be all parents doesn't mean because your parents don't mean and like you mean well, but doesn't mean you have the attribute of teaching. And I try to like, okay, but that comes from that's why tradition exists, that's why culture exists, because people can't a lot of people aren't capable of creating a way, a unique way to raise another human being. So they rely on culture as a method to raise a human being because they can't come up with their own unique way. Yeah. And a lot of times that's where the difference between the masses and the few. Because the few can uniquely understand human behavior and instruct it in a way to where they gain so much from it. And that's why the elite always win. Because they understand human behavior, they understand like, okay, they create the blueprint for people to follow, but they have their own unique way to have an advantage because they don't follow blueprints.
Yep.
So
if they see that play out all around the world.
Yeah, like everybody believe, oh, this is the right way. My culture this, my culture that. But no, you just follow a blueprint you was born into, and you can't think outside yourself.
Yeah.
So you just using this to be yourself. You think this culture is you. No, they just use it to control you. And that's what I know about people. People always favor what they're born into. I don't favor anything, man. I don't think it's a right way. I don't think it's one way. I don't think it's one religion. I just think it's all of it's. I look at everything as a system. That's it. That people need to believe that it works. and to give them confidence and whatever to walk this life, man. Because if they didn't have it, they wouldn't know what to do with themselves. A lot of people don't know what to do with themselves, man. They don't have no culture belief system. But the ones that don't need it, they're the most successful people.
And a lot of them seek out all, like you're saying, all aspects of
All
knowledge.
aspects of everything.
And they create their own unique system.
Yep. That's right on that.
And then the irony becomes, if people start questioning the system, then
That becomes a problem.
Yep.
So a lot of people understand, but they don't question the system because they know a lot of people can't even fathom the thought of it being questioned. So you let them live in the system.
He's like, even in this country, when we look at the original iteration of the Constitution before all the amendments, and how just skewed and unbalanced that system was, and still is.
Yeah.
That's why it's hard to watch the news sometimes, seeing all the upheaval going on.
Think so?
Well, it's sad because, it's really nice to see, like, people trying to strive to go beyond the system. But then those in authority are like, no. Nope, don't range out of that.
Oh yeah. They're gonna let you range out of it, man. No, man. Can't range out. You can't do that, man. Come on now. Can't do that.
It's always interesting because it's always framed as, no, if we do that, then we're rocking the boat, when, no, that may actually stabilize the boat.
Yeah, man. You don't want the boat stabilized. That's what people trying to think.
Mm-hmm.
You doing anything today? On Cinco de Mayo?
Nope, went out yesterday.
You went out yesterday?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Where did you go?
Oh, went out to this really cool dockside bar in the Eustis, Umatilla area with a couple of friends.
Man, you was in my area. You was in my area. Umatilla, Houston? That's where I live.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of my really good friends lives off County Road 452 off Lake Yale.
Yeah. So I live right off 44.
They're doing a lot of development out there now.
Yeah, they doing it right behind my house, man.
Really?
It used to be a
no.
lot of woods. But now got no more woods back there, man.
I mean, that's the appeal really of that area, is it got that rustic feel to it.
Oh yeah. I mean, you gotta build somewhere. That's what that.
Enjoy the housing market right now. Even though they're building, you wonder how many people are going to be able to afford it.
Well,
especially with all the
The
home.
only way you can get in the house now is a new build because you can get a great rate. It's just hard to get good rates on previous ownerships.
Oh, there's a little bit more
Yeah.
resistance there.
Well, you can just get the lowest rate because you're going through a builder instead of the bank. And the builder can give you a better rate. And then what they do is they sell off your mortgage after they get it. They sell it off to other bank.
Yeah, because just the average rate right now is ridiculous.
Oh yeah. I don't know what it is, but I know it's high.
The last time I saw it, I think it was either 7.89 or really close to 8.
Yeah, I don't think it's ever going to go back to what people think it's going to go back to. That's because of the fact of they don't want. They're trying to keep the market at a certain thing.
And I think I read somewhere that Florida is still the fastest growing market.
Oh yeah. Like if you're in Florida, yeah. Yeah, if you're in Florida, like right now, me honestly, I think it's always a good time to buy because I think in like another 2 years, you're just gonna gain like 50,000 equity. Like you going every year, you gonna gain about 20 grand in Florida. Easy.
Just makes it for you. Yeah, it's like my parents when they moved here in the 80s. They got their house in the Ocaiba area for I think it was like 105. I want to say
105.
Yep. And now it's pushing the high 300s. It also helps that they got the Brantley school system there.
Dang.
Yeah, they worked hard for that. Give them credit.
Dang.
Came from New York with not much, but just enough.
Dang. So they paid 100 racks, and now they gonna triple.
Yep.
But you know what the part about that though?
Mm.
You can never sell.
Mm.
So you ain't gonna have a place to sell unless you got another house.
Yeah.
It's kind of like pick your poison. Pick your poison.
And Eustis, you ever been to the Bay Street Theater there?
Downtown Houston?
Yeah.
No, man. Is it good?
Yeah, it's a really nice. I mean, it's small. It's I think they said over 100 years old.
What plays there?
A lot of different things. Went back there a couple weeks back to see The Miracle Worker, and they really put on a great production.
How much was the tickets?
Oh, just like I want to say it was around like between 15 and 20.
That ain't bad.
It's a lot better than trying to go to Dr. Phillips.
Oh yeah.
Last weekend went there for the Mrs. Doubtfire musical.